Spinning like a broken record. For a player, you don't know that many major chords. We hang out and then you get bored, and you leave me here like I'm your landlord. You come back and say I'm sorry, boo, and I know you never mean it, gets you in though. Did you call me cause you had to? Cause you know I'd throw your suitcase out the window. I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine. So you're burning with desire. You sure know how to set a girl on fire. I'm not calling you a liar. Honestly, I'm just so tired. I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine. There's nothing like wine. Oh yeah. I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine. Nothing like wine. You're the opposite of me, like sun and rain, and drama on the TV. It's full of pain, but we're the good part, the happy ending. Unexpected plot twist, will you always save me? We're the good part, we never fake it. Even if it hurts, we always say it. Like it just like that. Kinda like it like that. Kinda like it like that.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regard.
Oh, I like to do to her.
Back
Something I call it dirty fuzzy.
Oh, perfect timing there with that one. Thank you very much. Welcome back to the World Adventure here within Microsoft Flight Simulator in our Diamond DA40, the little plane that could. So this evening we are going to be heading here from Iquique to Arica, which is Chile's most northern major city. It is actually only 18 kilometers from the border with Peru. Yes, hello, I've just started the stream and now you want my attention? Bloody hell. It's like having a small toddler sometimes. But, no, where was I? Oh, yes, it's 18 kilometers from the border with Peru. But, to begin with, we will be just making a quick out over the lovely mountainous terrain and then coming back in, and obviously coming back to sort of a normal altitude. So, let's, hello mouse. Where are we? There we are. We have a functioning mouse. So who do we have here? We have Mr. Fozzie who says first. Really, Fozzie? First? That's the best thing you can come up with? Fuck's sake, mate. But g'day, welcome to the stream, legend. Hope you are doing well. Stu says, oh, Fazzy. Are we making a song? First, oh, Fazzy, hey, Stu. G'day, Stu, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing well. Blackadder says, I have been monitoring for some time. Oh, so now it's a competition between Fozzie and Blackadder to see who was here first. Fair enough. But Blackadder, mate, welcome to the stream. Inspector T69 or Inspectort69, depending on how you proceed to read his name, depending on whether you're reading it from YouTube or the sim. G'day, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing fantastically. Vruden has put the flight plan in. Thank you very much for being the... an absolute legend there, Vruden. As I said, I was at a mate's house and then sort of had the realization about 10 PM that, oh shit, I haven't put a flight plan in the Discord yet. Whoops. So that was always, you know, luckily that mate lives in the same suburb as I do. Vruden, welcome to the stream, mate. Pleasure to have you here. Mr. Sean Dale says, I think we are following our noses today. Yeah, probably are. Just look out for the massive smell and it's probably me. Especially with the amount of chili I've eaten over the last couple of days. Mr. Sean, g'day. Yeah, Leonard Rapier, Wes says, evening, oh, g'day, Wes, mate, welcome to the stream, hope you are doing absolutely, well, fantastically as you possibly can. Anyway, I know you've had a bit of a rough week, but hopefully this evening is... gives you a couple of hours to forget about life's bullshittery. DJ Town or Programs or It's Common Sense Gaming or Commodore Gaming or whoever you want to refer to him as, the man with multiple personalities is here. G'day, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing well. William Kelly says, watching a first look video of the Kodiak and it looks nice. William, you wouldn't mind popping that into Discord, would you? I would be very, 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 very keen to have a good look at that and see what it's all about, because I love me a Quest Kodiak. Ever since what's his name from the Missionary Bush Pilot was flying them around, they look absolutely awesome. So this evening's MSA is 15,000 at the start, but then it drops to 11,500 and 5,500. So basically we're going to be up, down, something about spending all that money, I think the song goes, trying to see what's up now. Whatever, I'm not hip enough to know all the lyrics to songs like that. Unfortunately. Garwin says, I'll have to fly it later. How is everyone doing? G'day, Garwin, mate. I'm doing fantastically. I hope you're doing very well as well there. Good sir. Dale K says, let me try that again. Dale K says, good morning, Mr. Vrew and all. G'day, Dale. Dangerbird, whatever you want to be known as. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're doing fantastically. Yes, so I gave Fozzie moderator permissions because I saw that he was boosting my Discord server, and I figured that was only fair play if he's prepared to do that, and that is not a free thing, let me tell you. If he is prepared to do that, I feel like I have to give back to him in some way, especially with his phenomenal generosity yesterday evening and his generosity as a person in general since he joined the channel. I figured it was time for Fozzie to grow his wings, especially seeing as he has already done it over at Blet Plays. Yeah, at Blet Plays. Good to see that the English is already of a very high standard, and we are, what, 10.5 minutes in? Okay, we're in for a ripper one then, aren't we? Fuck me. But, I think I have now said hello to everyone, I believe. Yes, I have. But Blackadder does say those magnificent men in their flying machines, they go tiddly up, up, they go tiddly down, down. I read that as titty up, up, and titty down, down to start with. And I was like, wow, you know, interesting things that they do in their flying machines, but quite clearly they don't do that. Where the hell has the dog gone? If you see me looking around quite gingerly, I slept funny on my shoulder blade last night, and it is pretty fucking excruciating. I'm on so much Panadol and Nurofen right now to try and numb the pain that I'm probably actually would be considered to be on performance-enhancing drugs. No, not actually, really. I followed the actual instructions on the back of the packaging. Unfortunately, it would have been a good stream though if I hadn't. That's for sure. It would have been all sorts of interesting shit going on. So, right, I have a plane that I need to start, and I should probably start it, because if I waffle on anymore, I'm actually going to need to get the waffle iron out and start cooking. So, as much as you guys probably all want chicken and waffles or bacon and waffles, you probably don't want it coated in my mouth seasoning, so, yeah. Hello, engine starter. You want to work with us? There we go. We have the engine power. Pitot heat. Take the fuel pumps off. That thing there does that. I know, that's the pilot term. That thing there does that. Make sure our barrow is set. So we need a MSA of 15,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the absolute maximum amount that the DA40 can do, which is 16,000. And then obviously we'll progressively come back down. Wes, I'll be honest with you, mate. The best painkiller that you could probably utilize at this point is not technically legal yet in this country. But I guarantee you it would work. And it doesn't have a side effect like no sleep either. So, yeah. If, you know... Hopefully that'll change one day for you, mate, and you will potentially have access to that phenomenal painkiller. But until then, I guess, yeah, what Fozzie said. What Fozzie said. So hopefully one day you can, obviously the proper stuff, not the stuff that somebody's grown in their garage and kind of thing, but, you know, I'm sure that would be something that would probably benefit you greatly on the pain side of things anyway. I don't know. I'm not an expert when it comes to it. But I've just heard way too many success stories about it. So, yeah. But, yeah, tempting but can't because of the legal bullcrap. Yeah, unfortunately, that's why I'm saying hopefully one day you can get the proper medical access to that. Because obviously it's legally, it's legally available for when medically given. So hopefully one day you get that opportunity, because I'm sure it will probably change your life for the better. That's the best stuff from someone's garage. Not so sure I agree with you on that one there, Fozzie. Yeah, exactly, Sean. You can get it prescribed here too, but you have to find a doctor who is able to do it, and that is a challenge in its own. So obviously we just got to wait for the regulations to be reduced, which they will. They absolutely will. They've already been reduced in one state in Australia, so it's certainly going to occur. But you know, it's something that it's extremely beneficial for people like Wes and like my brother-in-law, who are, you know, screwed thanks to work that they did. So it can only be good for them to have access to that in the long term. Absolutely, Wes. I'm still hopeful as well that it happens relatively soon. Because, yeah, as I said, I've just heard so many good stories about the way it's changed people's lives who live with chronic pain and things like that. But anyway, enough about that. Let us... So, little nav map has failed to download the weather for this flight, so that's always good. That's probably because there is no actual wind active. So, what we are going to do then is we are going to taxi out to the closest possible runway from where we are. And then we're going to take off. Because, well, that's what you do in an aircraft. I guess. Alright. That's on. Turn it on. And we shall move ourselves. So I can see most of you are already out on the runway, near the runway, etc. So if you'd like to make your merry way up into the sky, I'm not going to have a problem with that. Not that I'd have a problem with it anyway, even if I did. Never mind. Verbal diarrhea. It's highly contagious at the moment. You become an angry monster on it, Garwin. Really? It's meant to have the opposite effect. That's very interesting. Metas says, G'day, Metas, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing fantastically over there in the land of Bojo. I don't know. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Car? Where? What? Garwin is yelling car, but either I missed it or I'm going blind in my young age. You know, there's a possibility of both. Yes, the UK, that's exactly right. The land of Bojo. I don't know why that was my way of going with the UK, but anyway, it was. So now I'm just going to roll with it and own it and pretend that I just missed a car. Oh, well, there you go. Too much time spent looking at the chat whilst taxiing, which is not recommended for safety reasons. Why the fuck is there like 3 cars in the middle of the runway? What is going on? Right, so I'm going to be taking off against all of you. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a game of chicken. Really? As I start accelerating, they start moving. And let's see who pulls up first. Except I don't actually think anyone's coming at me, so I'm not going to have a head-on collision with Wes this evening, at least so far. Because I'm pretty sure I had a head-on collision with Wes at every single airport yesterday. I guess I could say I got head from Wes at every single airport. Oh, he's trying. Alright, so we are up, in case that wasn't obvious by the fact that the ground was getting further away. Right, that needs to be turned off for a moment so that the autopilot doesn't keep having a fit every time I try to click things. What? That's a little bit too much. There we go, that's good. That's good. Okay, 1,000 feet. Let's pull the flaps up. Make sure I smack it into the microphone back on the way past, just for good measure, so that we keep the traditions that this channel has managed to develop over time. Alright. I find it incredibly funny that we actually need to be going that way, but we're going this way to then turn around and go that way, even though we took off in that direction. It's I mean, I know it's got to do with, you know, flight plans and all that, and the person who made the flight plans needs their head read. That would be me. Did I have too much caffeine today? No, I just had my usual 2 coffees. One in the morning, one in the late morning, and one around afternoon tea time. I think it's just because I made sure I got a good night's sleep because I was up so late yesterday going. Plus, I'm slightly pumped. Like, I am really riding a high after last night's stream. I'll be completely honest with you. I'm still riding that high. Which, you know, like, I think most people would agree is fair enough. I'm actually surprised they didn't try and put the airport up, like, here. Because that's just the kind of screwed up shit that, you know, people who build airports and roads and all that sometimes like to do. They, you know, just, like, here's a challenge for the pilots. What about if I put the airport up there? With cliffs at both ends and see what happens. It almost seems like the airports here in Chile have been well thought out and designed. Alright, so let's go back to little nav map for a moment. So we will be heading out over to the right hand side in a moment, but we won't be passing the Dutchy, that's for sure. So what have we got? We've got Canchones West Airport will be our first airport that we come within close contact to, and that is that will be on our right hand side, and that airport is 10,126 feet above sea level. Then we're going to go over to the Bien Nacional Protegido Salar de Huasco. Some sort of salt lake, I'm assuming, or salt flat. And at that point, that's when we'll be making our turn back into the coastal area again. And making our way up to Arica. Yeah, I think that's the only real information that I can provide, other than I will obviously have another look at Arica during the stream. Make sure that I've understood everything that it's about as a location. So 250,000 people live there. There you go. There you go. So, part of the reason for its position is quite strategic because it is on the Pan American Highway and is connected to both Tacna in Peru and La Paz in Bolivia by railroad as well, and is obviously served by an international airport. So there you go. And it was seized from Peru in 1880 by Chile. So, previously, this city that we're going to was, at one point, it was a Peruvian city. It wasn't even Chilean. Hello, Star. Hi. Hi. Okay, bye. Your nose is all wet. And you're all covered in dirt and stuff. Can you not wipe it all over me? I've got grey track pants on. Please? Oh. Right, hang on, let me remove these. Every time you come up here when you're streaming, you jump around like a mad woman for 30 seconds and then you want to get down. So it's not happening. What are you doing? Oh my god, Star. She has literally climbed my leg onto my subwoofer. The woofer is on the subwoofer. Get out of there, there's cables and shit. Get out of there. Hey. If you jump up to me, I assume that you want pats. But whenever you jump up to me and then I go to pat you, you pull away. Typical female doesn't know what she wants. Okay, bye. No doubt you'll probably be back again in 10 minutes. Yeah, that's exactly it. So, yeah, Sean, it's a very good observation. And that's also how we get the temperature inversion, where as we climb higher, it actually gets warmer. I could have sworn that Sean was in front of us, and now he appears to be behind us. Or maybe he actually is in front of us because he's already made his turn to head back to the coast. I don't know, I'm just a sim pilot. I don't know what I'm doing. So guys, obviously do make sure that you are exceeding 15,000 feet on this first part of the flight, because those mountains you can see in the distance is where we're going to be heading. before we make our turn back towards Arica. I don't know why this flight plan has taken us so far out over the water. I don't remember setting it up like this. Like when you look at it on the VFR map, it really doesn't look like it's taking you so far out into the... what ocean are we over? The Pacific Ocean? I think we are Pacific Ocean. Oh, yeah, okay. But, yeah, that's... So, yeah, we're heading over to this really dark part on the VFR map, which is obviously why we need to be at 15,000 feet. And then we're going to be heading back up to Arica. And then our next flight, which is across to Potosi. Potosi is actually in the middle of these mountains over here in Bolivia. So... I believe that tomorrow night's flight, our airport that we're landing at, is actually 13,000 feet above sea level. So that could be quite interesting. For a minute I thought I hadn't brought my flaps up. Gowan says you're going to the huge salt flats. The northern one had a volcano right in the middle of it. Yeah, that sounds right, Garwin, because I would have looked at it on, because whenever I do my map planning, I look at it in Flight Sim, I look at it in little nav map, and then I look at it on Bing Maps itself as well. Yeah. So, usually when I see things like volcanoes or really cool textures on the ground below or whatever, I make sure that we're going to fly over it. So, that makes perfect sense as to why I would have... why is Wes plummeting towards the water? Yeah, we're definitely going to need a lot of runway to get off of there, Black Evo. The good news is that the runway is 10,000 feet long. So, we should be okay. Got a bit of ship traffic below us here. Some sort of cargo liner. Not that we can see that much now that we're so far up in the air. How high up are we? We are nearly 11,000 feet up. Yeah, not to mention, Black Evo, that it actually does receive proper like jet airliner aircraft services from Peru and Bolivia and Brazil and Argentina and Chile and all that. So they obviously need to be able to safely operate regional jets and stuff out of there. So that's probably also part of the reason, I guess. Yeah, you will, Garwin, absolutely. You will need a large chunk of that runaway to get that thing up. The Sim GPS is slightly different path than little nav map, which is where the 15,000 MSA comes from, so caution terrain. Okay, cool, no worries. If we need to climb or need to make the turn slightly earlier or hand fly for some point, well then we just do. And I'm going to 16,000 as well there, Black Evo, and because, you know, unless I need to go above the operational ceiling of the DA40, I'd like to try and avoid going above the operational ceiling of the DA40. He's the Pathfinder. The question is he the Nissan Pathfinder? What's up? Stu is at 33,600 feet. Look, Stu. It's just a feeling I've got, but I think you might be okay with the altitude. You know, don't hold me to it, but I think you might be able to clear the mountains at 33,600 feet. And same with you, Dale, Dangerbird. You should be absolutely fine at 30,000 feet. I'm hoping. Yeah, Doggo knows the answer. Exactly. Exactly. Bloody hell, it is cold this evening. Why is it so cold? It's almost November, guys. Like, what is going on? What is the temperature, I wonder? It is currently 6 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that's not warm. That is not warm. What do we... hello, app. Work with me. Oh, good. Gonna manage to achieve 2 degrees Celsius overnight. We're a month out of summer and we're still getting 2 degrees Celsius at night. Awesome. I genuinely hope that these parts of the world that look so spectacular as they do currently, that they are not overrun in the future with, you know, mass population and housing estates and all sorts of stuff like that. Because, I mean, you don't want to lose this. It's so good to look at. I'm almost tempted to just book a ticket over to Santiago and then book a flight from Santiago to like Lima in Peru, just to see this in real life from the air. It's yeah. Mr. Black Evo, is there ever... I don't know if the flights are currently operating, but is there ever an opportunity where you would take the 787 across to Santiago in Chile? Or are you just literally the man who goes to LA? Ah, you'll be flying there soon? Okay, cool. That's awesome. new route coming up. Before COVID, Sydney to Santiago was a thing, yeah? I'm not dreaming, that was actually a thing. I know Auckland to Santiago with Air New Zealand and Latam was a thing. Pretty sure you can take me there, let me find a tinny. Oh, Wes, that would be absolutely awesome. Just, yeah, take me in a tinny across the South Pacific Ocean, across some of the most remote parts of the world. It got canned before it happened. Okay. So I wasn't dreaming about the fact that it was potentially going to be a thing. Brett Plays says, g'day, 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 Brett, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing fantastically. I did have a bit of a look at your replay of your stream earlier on. Unfortunately, I didn't get up in time to actually watch any of it live. I guess, Black Evo, with things starting to head back to normal, that Qantas would be due to make a decision on whether or not they want to make use of the A321 XLR that I know that they were considering at some point to sort of increase the route network throughout Southeast Asia and all that. Yeah, Brett, last night was absolutely phenomenal. Amazing. Blew me away. It was 5 hours and 32 minutes of streaming, so it was a pretty lengthy stream, but yeah, amazing. It was absolutely amazing. The scenery was amazing. The blokes and the legends here were amazing. It was, yeah, really, really good. The small part of your stream that I've watched from this morning so far looked pretty good though. I will continue watching once this stream's over, because obviously this one is not going to be 5.5 hours. Oh yeah, they broke me, Brett. They absolutely, completely and utterly broke me. It was quite something. I just realised I'm still in the Discord. Like, in the channel. Excuse me. That's my slipper that you're biting. That's not your toy. Thank you. Not yet, Wes, because I need to give it time for the money to transfer from the PayPal to the YouTube card. So that should have achieved, because I did it straight away at the end of the stream. So that should be a thing by tomorrow morning, I hope, when I wake up. And at that point, I will order all the items. Yeah, Brett, I haven't. So that part of the world, specifically Siberia and Russia, Mongolia, and the more remote parts of China, supposedly do not have very good Bing Maps photogrammetry data at all. So all I'm hoping is that by the time we get there, and I'll be honest with you, it's probably going to be close to 2023 by the time we get there. I'm hoping that it's been sorted, or somebody has released, you know, like a Mongolia or a Siberian Russia mesh pack or ground textures pack or something like that. Yeah, I recommend it, Wes. A YouTube card is very, very beneficial. And I'll also, what I'll do tomorrow is I'll go get some foam and some bubble wrap and all that so that I can send the tablet to yours. I don't know if I have the charger for it, but it is a Samsung Galaxy, so it shouldn't be too difficult to source one if I can't. But I'm pretty sure it should be stored in the same location. So... Alright, cool. So we are now at our cruising altitude of 16,000 feet. And it looks as if the salt flats are already starting to appear off to our left here. You got the charger? No worry. It's cool. Yeah, I mean, if it's there with it, obviously I'll send it. Otherwise, I'll just give you a heads up to it. I think I need to get you some more chew ropes, don't I, Star? You keep destroying them. I get all the, you know, the really tough, strong chew ropes that are designed for power chewer dogs, the ones that are meant to last, you know, a good 2 or 3 weeks. I swear, within 10 days, she's ripped them to shreds. I don't know what her teeth and jaws are made from, but... I probably don't want to find out, actually. Even the longest lasting dog toys, the ropes that I've got her, were from Bully Make, and they lasted about a month. But they're a subscription service, and whilst it's very convenient, it takes a good 6 to 8 weeks to be shipped from the United States. So usually I was getting to the point with the subscription service that there would sometimes be cases where I wouldn't get a box for 3 months, and then I would get 3 boxes in the space of a week because of the way, with how fucked up Australia's postage system is right now. So I sort of gave up on that idea for a bit. Yeah, and the other thing being Garwin is that she's also a staffy who loves to chew as well. So she's a chewer mixed with a chewer. So I've just gone for the whole, I go to the bargain bin now at the pet stores. I find the ropes that are made from hemp and all the things that is not going to hurt her if she completely rips it to shreds and consumes the bits and pieces from it. I buy those. They last her a couple of weeks. And then I have to go buy more. But at least I know that with those toys, she can literally rip them to shreds into little pieces. And if she does eat it and digest, it's not going to hurt her in any way, shape or form because it's made from hemp and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, go, and especially American Staffy. Rope and dog equals no-no. Fozzie, I don't know what you're trying to convey there. But, yeah. Hemp ropes, no wonder she's always hungry. Oh, yes, Vruden. Brett Plays just had a blackout. Oh. I'm glad you're back, though. Bit of a case of who turned out the lights. Have you got wild weather or anything there at the moment, Brett? Oh, you're back on the mobile. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen any... Yeah, Fozzie, that's exactly right, mate. That's why I make sure that I buy ones that are made from hemp. So that she can consume it if she does by accident and it's not detrimental to her in any way, shape or form. It just digests like normal food. They cost more, but it is obviously extremely worthwhile in the long run. Because it means that I'm not going to end up with any vet bills or anything in the future for her stomach being lined with cotton that hasn't digested. So, yeah. So it's calm as, and the power is flickering. Maybe Garmi's flying over some hydroelectric power stations, and maybe he crashed into one on his tour of Tasmania. Got to go and see if a branch is down. Would that make you the branch manager or the assistant branch manager? I need to change the position of my webcam, because the webcam is, like, this webcam is literally the size of a 5-cent piece. It is extremely difficult to look at you guys because it is so, this is going to sound so bad, because it's so small. So I need to place it in a better location so that I'm more tempted to look up at it. Catch you later, Brett, mate. Thank you very much for popping in. Much appreciated. Hopefully you do get your power back very soon. Look after yourself there, mate. Don't let any branches fall on you. I wonder if I can... That's not a bad idea. Okay. Oh, it's not even that going. If I made like a little cardboard box that like looked like a camera or whatever, so that I would actually have something to focus on, that would probably work quite well. Bruden says, did Bryce just say he has trouble looking at us in the eye because it's so small? Yes, I did, Bruden. Yes, I did. 29 knot headwind, 21 knot crosswind, should I be flying? I mean, we are. Or are you talking about in real life there, William? Yeah, is on top of my monitor, Sean. I think that's part of the problem, because I've got a 32-inch curved monitor, or 34-inch curved monitor, and then this tiny little webcam sitting on the very top of it. It's kind of very disproportioned. Hey, Clive Hawker is here. He says, good evening. G'day, Clive, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing fantastically. Maybe I should actually test this one. See if it's of a... Because even though it is the secondary webcam, see if it's of an acceptable quality. Because it's much, much, much bigger. Like the actual casing of it is much bigger. In the sim, but in New Mexico. I mean, at the end of the day, William, you're in the sim. Do whatever you want. The rules are there to be broken. Yeah, so, Sean, unfortunately, the only problem with that is that... Oh, that's my microphone that I'm smashing into again. The only problem with that is, Sean, is that this, because it's an older DSLR, it's a Nikon D3400, it doesn't have the technology that the new SLRs do, where it will just continuously record. So this stops recording every 30 minutes. Unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd be using that all the time. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about doing that, Wes. I'm thinking about moving the camera across, because the screen that's over here is where I have the stream and where you guys are chatting and all that sort of stuff. And it's only a 27-inch monitor as opposed to a 34-inch curved... I really need to stop punching my microphone whilst I'm speaking. I'm wondering if having it there would potentially be better, because I'm always looking at that screen to see what you guys are saying. And then even if I'm not technically looking directly at it, because it's going to be at my eye level, because it's only a 27-inch monitor, as opposed to me having to do this to look at you. Yeah. Anyway. I'm sure I'll get it sorted. Clive says he's at the back. He just caught up. It's alright, Clive. Some people like it in the back. 16,000 is fine, FYI. Changing the subject, it looks like the next London Met Commissioner will be one of the current top Aussie cops. If it's anything to go by on what is considered the top Aussie cops in New South Wales, Blackadder, you're screwed. Wow, I see what you mean though, Black Evo, about the amazing texturing in the ground from where water has flowed and where the rivers have been, and wow, my shoulder blade hurts. Where's the dog gone? Probably running around outside. Good. Fantastic. Oh, what is in my eye? Other than an eyeball. One is female? Oh, okay, maybe... Yeah, they're obviously, maybe they're not from the New South Wales Police Force then. I only say that because the New South Wales Police Force is currently being investigated for corruption in this country. So, you don't want people from that police force. And I don't mean just police officers either. I mean like the people who are in charge of the New South Wales Police Force are being investigated for corruption. So, yeah. So the new minimum safe altitude once you have made the turn over high terrain is 11,500. Alright, so we'll drop it back down to 12,000 feet once we pass this point. Yeah, I bloody hope not, Blackadder. I bloody hope not. Yeah, it's always fun, isn't it, Wes, when the people who are meant to uphold the law are being investigated for not upholding the law at all. The New South Wales Police one, I believe, is particularly in relation to them trying to gag whistleblowers by doing secret courts and behind-the-scenes wiretapping and things like that they didn't have permission to do. And it's since come out into public knowledge, and now they're being investigated for it because, of course, they didn't have any permission to complete. So I think already the New South Wales Police Force has been fined $22,000 for trying to gag journalists from reporting on this story, which was promptly thrown out in court, as you can imagine. What a moon? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's phenomenal, Fozzie. Sorry, Fozzie, I thought you wanted to see my ass for a second. I was mildly concerned. That's what you meant? Oh, okay. Obviously, people are sharing around the photos. Is it too much to ask for both? I mean, no. With the amount of money that was donated to me last night, it's probably not too much to ask for anything. I kid, I promise. That is... Star, that's my slipper. You don't pay the bills, you don't buy me new slippers, so if you could not chew on it, that would be fantastic. Just some OnlyFans? Oh, gee, just rip them out of my ear, that's fine, eh? How can I help you, hey? What have you done to that poor toy? There is nothing left. There is nothing left of it. Bring it back here. You can't play with that. It's literally falling apart as you're running around with it in your mouth. You can't play with it. No. There's nothing left. There's nothing left. Go to the pet shop tomorrow. I'll get you some more hemp rope toys. Until in the meantime, you're going to have to stick with your nylon things from Bully Mate. Yeah. you don't bite my hand, I'm happy to do. Careful, that's really close to my hand. You in. Full moon by the looks of it. It certainly is. It certainly is. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Hey, Tony says, see you guys off to bed. I didn't even realize that Tony was here. He didn't announce his presence. This is disappointing, Tony. This is either that or I just missed it. Could be a combination of both. But either way, Tony, mate, catch you later, legend. Cheers for sticking around for as long as you did. Much appreciated. And I'm sure that talk to you soon. Hope the holiday is going absolutely spectacularly there, mate. After Hours Karaoke with Mr. Saucy Ed Sheeran. Is that Ed Sheeran except I stick a sausage in my mouth and try and sing as opposed to a microphone? Oh, actually, yeah. To get to 12,000, Black Evo, I actually need to descend to 12,000 first. Who knew? Does help only a little? Yeah, I know. Who'd have thought? Unfortunately, that's a no, Wes. That's a no. Are you doing, Star? Stop playing with. If you're biting my chair, I'm going to be biting you. Okay? I used to say that to her. Every time you try and bite me, I'm going to try and bite you. So she tried to bite me earlier today, so I turned to her and I went, with the teeth. And you've never seen a dog look at me like, oh shit, he was actually not bullshitting me. Always so content to just chill out on the couch and have treats and play with me, or, your various dog toys throughout the day and all that, and then it gets dark and you're quite happy to sleep, and then the minute I start streaming, you want all of my attention. is this ground that's below us right now is pretty banging. What the hell is in my eye? See if I can get a good photo here. Yeah, boy. There's some nice thumbnails. Some of these gorges are gorgeous, but also some of these gorges like almost look Grand Canyon-esque. Earth below us drifting, falling. Is it? I'm coming home, tell the world that Fozzie's coming home. Either that or just tell the world that Fozzie's coming. Like, going to be very interesting because, of course, you know, like on this Chilean journey, we've seen such a change in scenery from, you know, snow and extremely high snow-capped mountains to, you know, phenomenal greenery followed by amazing mountainous areas that have these beautiful reds and oranges and dark reds and greens and, you know, salts and all that in the soil below, to then deserts that look like, you know, Mars. It's going to be so interesting to see now when we do leave Arica and start heading back into Argentina and back into Brazil to see, you know, what's going to change, what's going to be different. Gowan says, if you come to the US, you have to make a stop at the Grand Canyon. Yeah, don't worry, I will. Black Evo says, once you pass the Green Plateau and before the hills in Cloud Bank, MSA becomes 5,500 and stays there till top of descent. I am on descent to 6,000. So, when you say the Green Plateau, do you mean edge of what I'm currently looking at, where it goes back to like sort of sandy desert? Oh my god, what is in my eye? Get out. you go. Garwin used to live in Nevada. Fozzie used to live in Arizona. Basically any time from where I am now. Okay, alright, I'll just keep descending down then to 6,000. Seeing as I'm on a very slow descent anyway.
Try to succeed with this stuff I do. Melodies and rhythm, like
The DA40 is definitely performing a lot more happily now as we're making our way down though. We are an hour and 20 minutes in. I might take this opportunity to visit the pilot's room because something tells me we're probably not actually that far out. We're actually about to make our turn that brings us directly towards Arica, and that is only about, that leaves us with about 80 nautical miles to go. So yeah, I will return in a couple of minutes here, legends. I have returned. Now, Black Evo say something about a cool runway coming up has a bomb strip next to it with craters. Is that the Iquique airport, the small Iquique airport that's coming up here on the left? Hey, Brett Plays is back. G'day, mate. Did you find the source of the blackout? Cool canyon near the coast too. Alright, I'll make sure to have a good look when this airport comes up in about 8 nautical miles time here. And then how much further is the canyon to the coast? Didn't find the source of the blackout? Oh, that's a frustrating problem there, Brett. As I said, maybe Gamming Wombat has crashed into one of the hydroelectric power stations. Leads to... Oh, I think I can start to see the makings of it now, like Evo. I'm more than happy to, you know, sometime in Discord or whatever when you're in VR, mate, I'm more than happy to chuck my track IR on and jump in, you know, like a Corsair or Tomcat or an Air Mackie or something and just fly through a canyon like that. So, Black Evo, when you were saying the airport with the bomb craters, are you talking about the fact that this little old airport here that appears to sort of be the previous Iquique airport has got all the craters in it from where it was bombed? And then they've obviously replaced it with this airport here. Or is that like a test strip for them to practice on? Oh, it has targets. Of course it does. Yeah, so it's like... do you reckon it was... possibly bombed in one of the wars or whatever, like maybe when they took Arica from Peru or one of the world wars or anything like that, or do you reckon it was purpose built as a training area? I should do some more research into that. It's a practice airstrip? Okay. I wonder if they do like an air show or something out this way, because I know that airports, sometimes airports that have practice strips next to them that are designed for, you know, bombing and all that tend to be utilised in air shows because, of course, they can do a full production and all that without any issues. Another fun canyon run is from Hoover Dam to Bullhead City. I see. Yeah, that's a very cool canyon. Sort of starts very shallow, but I can see that after you get through this bit here, it goes out into there. Unless, is there more canyon that I can't see yet that sort of goes out over there? No worries, Sean, mate. All good, good sir. You look after yourself. All right, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon. Maralinga. I mean, have a look at the end of the stream if you want. Wes, seeing as it's in the forefront of our minds, you must know some airports that would be in the surrounding area to Maralinga. And if it is there, let me know and I'll add it to the flight plans for the World Adventure so we can fly over. Like everyone says, yeah, they don't really use live ordnance during air shows. Oh, yeah, of course, due to the fragmentation risk, most air show explosions are just diesel fuel bombs. There you go. Yeah, I wish the current A10 model that was available for the sim was significantly better than what it is, because an A10 is definitely an aircraft that I would be interested in owning within the sim, but obviously it's not worth the money for the current model that's available, so I'm sort of going to have to wait a little bit longer. Geez, to go through this canyon you definitely need something that is nimble. Maybe the GB. Oh, William. Well, according to what they say, the person who was in charge of the props handed him the gun and said cold gun. Now, if you hand somebody a gun and say cold gun and that gun ain't cold, you fucked up. You know, I've seen quite a few videos on the Hawk Black Evo. Specifically, I watched Into the Blue simulations. Oh yeah, no, absolutely go. And I'm not saying that Alec is guilt-free in this. I'm just saying there's more people to blame for the situation than just Alec Baldwin. That's what I'm getting at, is the fact that he's assumed the bloke who's handed it to him, who's in charge of the props and making sure that the items are, you know, not going to be lethal in any way, shape or form, you know, if he hands it to Alec and says it's a cold gun, well, he's, you know, involved in some way as well, and he fucked up. Yeah, correct, Garwin. I was aware of that. But yeah, no, the Hawk is definitely very, very much on my list of aircraft I would like to purchase. But obviously, first things first, I need to get the Just Flight Turbo Arrow, which I will do tomorrow. Now that I have the finances to do stuff like that. Actually, isn't the Hawk made by Just Flight as well? Yeah, I know, that's the other question that many people are starting to ask, Brett, is why was the director being aimed at? Seeing as that they weren't actually involved in the filming in any way, shape or form. Alright, so whilst I'm on the Just Flight website getting the Turbo Arrow, I may as well get the Hawk as well. Just two birds, one stone. Because personally, in my personal opinion, right now, the best military jet, and when I say military jet, I mean single engine, two seats, etc., is probably the Embarking. It's not the fastest, it doesn't have the longest range, but I mean the model itself and the amount of interactive switches. That's my personal opinion though, based on what I own. There may be better. But, and also now obviously the Hawk is probably going to change that. The Tomcat's fun, but I don't find it as enjoyable as I find the Embarking. Ooh, yeah, okay. I need to make some more purchases with Just Flight then. Blackadder, because that sounds cool. Brett, I feel like everyone who's in charge of that movie basically needs to be fired and they need to start again, because obviously no one has any fucking clue what they're doing if there's stuff like that occurring for multiple days in a row. My aircraft has disappeared. Oh no, there we go, we're back. I was going to say, my aircraft has disappeared off the little nav map, but no, we're good, we're good. Have we got any wind yet? Or are we windless going to be landing here at Arica? If we're windless, we can land on 02. which is almost straight in. Yeah, no, I know they will go, but the fact of the matter is he needs to take at least probably 75% of the blame, and then the rest needs to be, you know, spread out around the people who organise the props and all that stuff. But I know they will. I know they will. And absolutely Garland and Black, I agree. You know, complacency around weapons is when you end up in the shit. If you're complacent when you drive a car, you're probably going to crash and kill someone. If you're complacent when you fly a plane, you're probably going to crash and kill yourself. If you're complacent with a gun, guess what? Yeah, that's why, yeah, exactly, Gal, and that's why I was saying he's at least 3/4. In the whole scenario, he's 3/4 to blame. In the actual situation of killing someone, he's 100% to blame. But again, that's just my opinion on the situation. He's anti-gun. Well, no, let me rephrase. He's not anti-gun, he's anti-lawless with guns. So he's anti-organisations like the NRA and all that. But I mean, Black Evo, as you would know, because you've said to me a few times that I think you have been to some gun ranges and all that in your time. I don't know. That, you know, even here in Australia, common sense needs to prevail when it comes to, you know, yeah, fair point there, Garwin. Very fair point. Oh, you own a few. Okay, I just thought that you were involved in it recreationally. Through a club or something. There you go. The more you know. Don't get on Black Evo's bad side. Black Evo, I must say, you are looking fine young gentleman today. Very, very good. Don't know if anyone's told you how young you're looking lately. The smoked meat must be doing some phenomenal things. Yeah, I mean, Black Evo, you see, that would be called common sense. And that's a very rare thing to come across in this world. And it probably costs too much money for them to train everyone on the set in every movie. So therefore they're just like, oh, you know, fuck it, we won't do what we need to do. Oh shit, somebody's been killed. That's a shame. And then they just get on with it as if nothing happened. Yeah, well, hopefully it's, this and, of course, the previous incident with Brandon Lee. Hopefully those two incidences occurring in relatively close succession. I mean, I know it's not like what you would actually refer to as close succession, but in terms of incidences like that happening within movie sets, it is a relatively close succession situation. So hopefully with those two happening, they sit down and take a good hard look at, you know, the scenario and the situation placed before them and make some difficult decisions and some smart decisions and some common sense decisions on how to avoid this ever being a thing again, including something like a course for weapons handling. And if you want to be involved in the movie, you must take the course and you must pass the course at a certain level of proficiency before you're allowed to be involved. But that's the way the world works, unfortunately. Nobody really thinks about the long-term cost until the long-term cost is staring them directly in the face. Especially in places like Hollywood. Yeah, there's many ways and there's many things that they obviously need to change, Bruden. And I can only hope that these two incidences have very much brought that to light. But it's a very good question to start with, Bruden. It's a very good question to start with, and it's probably the first question they need to ask is, in the first place, is why were there live rounds? And then the second question they need to ask is, why isn't everybody trained? But there's probably about, like, I could easily right now come up with about 30 different questions they need to ask straight away. And there's probably hundreds more that need to be asked as well. I mean, yeah, Blackadder, in my mind, a prop gun should be something that looks like the real thing. The triggers and all that work like the real thing. You know, everything but you literally, obviously, don't actually have the ability to fire anything out of it. And then you just use sound effects. Because to get proper sound effects, all you have to do is go to a gun range with the proper audio and filming equipment. And you'll get the desired recordings that you're looking for, and then you just have to loop it. Like, it's, you know, yeah. It's just Hollywood being Hollywood. Is Arica Airport like down off of these cliffs, or is it on top of these cliffs? And I'm going to eat my words from earlier in the stream where I said it's quite nice to see that in Chile they don't put airports on top of ridges. Oh no, the airport's at 144 feet, so it must, fair enough. So you can almost, when you're landing at Arica, you can almost see Tacna Airport. It is literally like the ILS for Tacna Airport starts just outside from Arica Airport's airspace. It's quite crazy how close these places are, and of course Tacna is Peru. To fly between these two airports would literally take like 3 minutes. Oh God, Thomas is back again. This is another canyon here. Splits into two as well. There's a couple of canyons around here that would be really awesome with like the pits or the extra or the GB or the Hawk or the Air Mackie maybe, although I feel like they might be a little bit too fast potentially. Doing absolutely fantastically, Tom. How are you going? Like little towns, or is that just farmland in those valleys? Looks like just little farms all throughout the valley. I wonder what they'd be farming down in canyons and valleys like that. So the wind near the airport is westerly at 5 knots. So what's our active runway then, Black Eva, or does it not really matter? Going straight in on 02, right, I'll do the same thing. If the pilot says go straight in, go straight in. I'll remember that for my next Tinder date. Not that that's going to be happening anytime soon. Won't fit, Wes. I mean, you're only flying a caravan. You should be able to fit. Let's be honest, with enough lube, anything will fit. Just work at it for a while, Wes. Okay, Thomas, no worries, mate. Caravan doesn't like friction burns or getting wet. Speaking of almost getting wet, Wes, it almost looks like you took a drink in the ocean out there. Going for a surf, Wes? Oh yeah, taking the caravan for a surf, fair enough. I didn't know that grey nomads were into surfing, but anyway. I guess anything in your 70s to make you feel like you're having a good time. Yeah, it's not going to happen, Tom. Sorry to ruin your life like that, but it's just not going to be a thing. Midlife crisis. So, Wes, when are you buying a Ferrari? Why is that? Because it doesn't interest me. I don't know. Oh, when you sell the caravan. Catch you later, Inspector T69. Thank you very much for coming along, mate. Hope you had a good time. I certainly enjoy having you here, even though you don't always talk that much. It's nice to have your company nonetheless, I must say. Look after yourself, legend. Stay safe, stay well, and I will probably see you in a stream very soon. Will we? Okay. Whatever helps you sleep at night there, Tom. does help you sleep? Oh, that's good, mate. Glad you're able to get a good night's sleep then. Doesn't change my position on the whole matter, but I'm glad it helps you get a good night's sleep. In fact, my position on the whole matter was it was funny the first time. Now it's getting old. Mainly because you don't have any new content. It's the same thing regurgitated over and over and over again. I'm not even in a league right now. Yeah, right, you're from Shibu. Like, Shibu Inu, or as in the dog breed, or... Hey, Digital Flight Deck. G'day, mate. Welcome to the stream. The flight is going quite well this evening. We're actually on final approach here. But it has been pretty spectacular flying the last 2 days over the Atacama Desert.
All my thoughts are running around inside my head. Emotions keep coming, they're keeping me from thinking straight. Thought it would be different when I got my things in place. Stuck in this commotion, how come I ain't past this yet? I wanted me to be somebody else, another me that doesn't need your help. But if I'm honest,
That is very helpful there, Brett. I'm glad the power's back. I'm assuming it was just some sort of screw up on their end.
try to make this better, make this right, but we're the same, even though I change.
Yeah, absolutely, Digital Flight Deck. Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't actually have him in my chat bot right now, but if you are interested in many, many streams, Caravans over Tasmania, Ford's flight, DC6s over Germany, although I think he may have now finished Caravans in Tasmania. Go check out Mr. Digital Flight Deck over there on YouTube. Pretty sure he's getting close to 300 subscribers, so might be able to give him a bit of a hand with that. But he's an absolute legendary dude, and if you do want to chat with him or whatever, you can usually find him on a Sunday night over at Sky Blue Radio with Willie Canuck before he goes and does his streams.
I try to change the things you never liked, try to make this better, make this right, but we're the same, even though
Oh, Caravans over the Caribbean. That's going to be cool.
really made an effort, promise I would change, but something stayed the same. Wanted to do better, wanted to be great.
No worries, Digital. I quite like your content, specifically the DC6s and the Caravans.
things stayed the same. Wanted to do better, wanted to be great, and some things stayed the same.
So, alright guys, we're going to go for a slightly sterile cockpit here for the next couple of minutes whilst we put this baby down here at Arica. Just can't quite see. Can I see Tacna there in Peru? Not quite. It is just out of the line of vision. Probably if I was up at a high enough altitude, we'd be able to see it. Fuzzy. I always find it funny when we land at these airports and there's Jetstar or Qantas or whatever sitting there. It's just sort of like, you guys are a long way from home, especially the Jetstar A320. Basically, what they're trying to say, Tom, is we know, like, I've already figured out that you're not the bloke who owns the place where I work. So, basically, the days are numbered if you keep being weird. Alright. Anyone left to come in? No, I'm last as usual. I always like to come last. I heard Aerosoft has reactivated their add-on to properly align the aircraft at the airports. Apparently Sim Update 6 fixed the issue that killed it after. There you go, Digital Flight Deck. I wasn't even aware of that. And thank you very much. I always try to make the landing at least semi-decent. Feel like it's the best way to sign off from a stream. Blackadder says another great flight into the unknown. This is very much the unknown, isn't it? It's extremely remote looking. It's quite phenomenal, actually. But, ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regard, welcome to Arica, Chile's most northern major city and only 18 kilometers from the most major city in southern Peru in Tacna. So, that does bring us to the end of the stream. Tomorrow, obviously, we'll be heading over to Potosi in Bolivia, which is, as I was saying earlier on, is a 13,500 feet above sea level, so that's going to be a very interesting journey tomorrow evening. But, ladies and gentlemen, legends of the highest regard, as I said, and I'll say it for the third time, that does bring us to the end of the stream, just because it feels like the best way to end that sentence, so I'm just going to do it anyway. So, legends, wherever you are in the world, you look after yourselves, you stay safe, you stay well, you don't do anyone that I wouldn't do. And I will catch you, legends, in a stream very soon. Catch you later.